Please welcome now the panelists on the stage and the moderator for this session from Crypto Marina and Head of Growth in Europe at NIM Technologies, Marina Petrichenko, founder at BNB Web3, Silvia Mogas, welcome. Head of Growth at Soleadify, Stefan Gergely. We also have CMO at Ixfi, Mr. Arghirescu, and Project and Marketing Advisor at Banksters.com, Alexandru Carbunariu. And the moderator who's going to take this forward, Antonio Enache, who we didn't think would be here. He's disappeared, but he made it. Where were you? You were here, yeah, that's right. Okay, take it away.
Good, hello everybody. Everybody is good? You have energy anymore? If yes, say yes. You have energy anymore? Everybody is good? Perfect. So now all of us, we're gonna try to sell you something, no? Because this is we talk about marketing. So we're gonna speak about marketing from two different approaches. Number one, how we can protect ourselves and see if it's real. You know, when somebody wants to sell us something in crypto and Web3 space, and if you're a founder or you want to really build something in Web3, even you're a CMO or you are just a founder, or it doesn't matter, you're a tech guy, you really need to understand the basic stuff about marketing. Otherwise, you know, everything can go down if you don't understand the basic flow of a sales funnel or marketing. So I'm gonna have several questions for my panelists. They're absolutely amazing. I spoke with them before. A part of them, I really know them more because I worked with a part of them in my business and in my previous businesses. So let's go forward with the first question. How does a good strategy for marketing look in 2023? So I think things change so fast in the last months, as you saw in the last even 6 months, right? And we want to approach.
Would you want to answer this question?
So, you know, it's up to you who want to take the question, because I have 7 questions, important questions for me. So it depends on, you know, how you really resonate with the question.
I think I can take this.
Okay.
If we're talking in general about crypto marketing back a few years ago and now, I would say that a few years ago it was all about the hype, right? Roger's been working with the influencers a lot when they tell you what to buy, and what we saw is lots of pump and dump situations, right? And I would also say that Web3 community, crypto community, is more sophisticated than normal people. They would react really negatively on the paid ads. It's very annoying. So the way is always organic. So what we're having now in 2023 is more like evolution of the crypto marketing. The marketing campaigns become more organic, focus on the transparency, on the trust, showing actually what the team is doing out there, showing who is the team, what is the project, what is the mission behind the project, right? Education, webinars, to talk about your project, talk about how they can benefit, about communicate with your audience, engage with your audience. So it's totally more mature and also more regulated marketing.
That's awesome.
I would like to add just a little bit sentence. So
Stay with the microphone close.
sorry. Last year in the bear market, it helped a lot to the project that they didn't do a good marketing, they failed. So they help a lot to continue in the market with real projects that they are doing a long-term marketing, that at the end is what we are looking for. We are not looking to do, okay, just launch a project, to have 1 month, 2 months project and then fail. So I think it should be the key for any project to have the vision and long-term vision. So it's what I want to do.
Thank you. Alex, you're a CMO for Ixfi. By the way, they gained a lot of customers in the last 6 months. So what you done different, and how you see 2023 for marketing strategy?
So yeah, I'm just gonna drop my advice, because we saw some really good results, and mainly the way we achieved those was by focusing on the community and giving them incentives and placing them at the core of everything that we do, and also making them loyal through a gamification system that we implemented. And that's probably also the reason that we took over the Crypto Expo Europe hashtag on Twitter. So if you check that, you'll see our community behaving. And that's one thing. I also think that what our colleague just mentioned, it's more about focusing on cool marketing strategies. So not being pushy with ads, actually putting value on delivering the message in a way in which you attract the right kind of users, even if at the beginning they are not that many, and having a good product and a good referral system and overall community will make sure that even in really competitive regions or platforms, you can just onboard a tiny amount of users, of the right users, and then they will do the rest for you, for like, amplifying the messages, everything that you want to achieve.
Thank you.
I'm happy to take a stab at this. So hello everyone, my name is Stefan Gergely. I'd like to say a few words about what gives me the credit to give out some opinions here. I founded one of the leading gold-backed cryptocurrencies in this space in 2017, and slightly earlier than that, one of the leading development agencies in the crypto space. And I'd like you to resonate a little bit with that, because what you see working in a development agency is you get to see a lot of projects from the outside. And I think this perspective is a very critical one to doing crypto marketing. If you look at it from within, there's a lot of people that are trying to promote the fact that all of these projects are based off of this particular technology. Now, I'd like to offer you a similar marketing perspective applied to a different product. Imagine that I'm trying to pitch World of Warcraft to you. I'm trying to get you guys to play World of Warcraft, right? And I spent half an hour talking about how it's on Microsoft Azure, and how really cool Microsoft Azure is, and how fast the transfer rates are, and how cheap the infrastructure costs are, and all these sorts of things. And I think the really simple conclusion that we can all take away from this is that users fundamentally don't give a shit about the infrastructure. They never have, and they never will. And they have no reason to. And if you look at most of the crypto projects, they're trying to solve different problems within different spaces, and the main selling point that they're giving out to you is the fact that they're based on this technology. But no one cares. We should really be able to look at it from the perspective of the advantages that this technology brings, which unfortunately I think is going to be a cold shower for many of the crypto projects in this space, which are trying to overinflate the value of that service that they provide in a better way. But I think this cold shower ultimately is a good one for all of us. And I'm now genuinely curious as to how I'm going to answer the rest of your questions, given that this is a kind of a ultimate perspective.
Yes, yeah. That's awesome. Alexandru, what do you want to say about this topic? Because it's a lot of people speak now in the crypto space about we don't make difference when we onboard people. If we onboard people from Web 2 or Web 3, so like Stefan said, nobody give a bit about where you build, because even as we still don't understand how internet is working in the back, right? And internet come a lot of years ago, right? But you use the internet. So we use the blockchain, but I think 90% of the room don't understand how the blockchain really works. That's the truth.
So one thing, just my 2 cents. This panel should be a workshop for 5 hours, not 20 minutes. Just my 2 cents.
But it's our last speech, so we can stay until 22.
So congratulations to my colleagues. Clearly, they have much more experience than I have. They are the professionals. I'm the new kid on the block. And what I'm trying to say is, no one has a good strategy in 2023. For anyone who says they have, they're most probably lying. Okay? So I want to talk to you privately to tell me the secret recipe that you have, but nothing is working. I think we need to focus on non-crypto users. How are we going to attach them? How are we going to attract them? And how are we going to give them confidence, right? I'm going to tell you a short story of this lady that I know called Miss Booker. Miss Booker, 1.5 years ago, she was in 3 Telegram groups and 1 Discord group. Actually, she didn't have Discord groups. I speak with this woman very often. Why? Because I want to see the profile. So another thing in 2023, try to identify the profile of the investor and the contributor. She's in 200 Telegram groups and over 40 Discord. she's not connected to the crypto world. Therefore, every money that that you guys, crypto owners, spend is most probably gonna end up in a black hole. Therefore, you need to identify the psychological profile of the contributor, try to grab non-crypto user, and this is done through special recipes, which you need to pay me to find out.
Good. So we go forward with the next question that I think, you know, it's gonna be cool for everybody of us. So guys, imagine we don't have any money, you know, we just have a startup, we don't have any money for marketing, we have a good project, we are, I don't know, a group of young tech guys that really build something, and we have a cool banner, but, you know, give us 3 things we need to do for the next 3 weeks in order to start to gain community and really start to even, I don't know, make awareness.
You said 3 weeks?
In the next 3 weeks to 6 weeks, but 3 things that is important from your experience for yourself.
Okay. Wanna shoot, Ms. Bukur?
So 3 things that we would recommend to a startup community.
So number 1 is to start a community?
So 3 things that a startup product needs to build their community.
No, to start a marketing campaign. So it doesn't matter what.
Marketing campaign.
A bootstrap marketing campaign.
Exactly.
I can
Me personally, if I don't have any money, but I have a good idea, right? Maybe I have a product, maybe I don't have a product. I will stay naked in the city center with a banner, join ggtoken.com. That's it. It will cost me nothing. Hopefully I'm gonna pay a fine of 100, 200 euros, but people will know about me. Maybe I'll have the press, maybe I'm gonna call someone to film me on TikTok. Think outside of the box. Cheap is better. Don't spend money on big things. Try to think outside the box and grab simple things, grab attention, and if the people like what you produce, they will join, and this is how you.
Thank you, Alexandru. Let's hear the ladies, and after this we go forward again to the right side.
I would say number 1, do your best to go viral. It can take you several trials, but something short and funny that people can retweet and post. Probably like TikTok would be the best platform for it, but have to be, of course, something not normal, absolutely crazy, right? Totally crazy. So going viral is, of course, the first thing. Second thing is perhaps do your best to get retweeted or mentioned by some celebrity. How you can do it? There are many ways to do it. For example, if you're an NFT creator, you can make a portrait of the celebrity and give it to this, like send it by post, so this person can see it, probably mention you. I mean, you have to be creative about that. Just try to get someone really famous to mention you in any platform like Twitter, Instagram, and so on. Forget about Facebook. Facebook doesn't work for Web3. And the third, these two would be like most powerful tools of like growth hacking.
Good, thank you. So we have to.
So I assume that we have a product, I assume that we have a vision,
Yep.
and I assume that we know what we want, right? If we have everything of that, then I would suggest, for example, guerrilla marketing. So
Guerrilla marketing.
It's who doesn't know this concept is most offline marketing. You can put some flyering or some kind of slogans that it makes pop up the attention. Secondly, as well, I would say as well, social media, try to viralize some tweet or something else, and definitely work with ANAs. Find co-marketing with partners, influencers, do ANAs. Give important content to the community, and always share value. If you share value, you are going to have a product, and the community are going to love you because you are going to give something there. If you don't give anything to the community, you are not going to have community.
She's from Spain. This is why the corazón is more closer. And
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona and Palma de Mallorca.
I have my number 3, education. Yeah, you can do lots of content about it. Just like tell everything about the product. Educate people what crypto is. There are still who knows about crypto? It's maybe maximum 5% of the planet, absolute maximum, probably less than that. So there are still lots of uneducated people, unbanked people that need that education, and that's your potential customers. You can focus on that. So run the webinars, talk about the product, talk about everything, educate people, and you can get some customers.
Thank you. Stefan and Alex?
Yeah, just quick. It's quite funny though, because before the conference I was speaking to a good friend of ours, and he just recently launched his paper. Like, it's a group about educating people, etc., etc. And he said, I spent $0 on marketing. And then hearing him out, he's just like a straight out hustler. What he did is like he was consistent for 700 days straight in one of Romania's biggest communities, and he earned the respect of everybody there. So he was just trading his time, offering value, and guess what? Like 1.5 years later, not only that he has that group and has like 500 users, like straight from day one, but what fascinated me is he brought in, like, to projects, to fundraisings, more money than VCs, than marketing agency, just this one guy who just offered pure straight out value without spending $1. So I just wanted to
he
emphasize
transformed
that.
himself in a VC or launchpad. Yeah, in the vision. Stefan?
So I think in today's day and age, it's really difficult to answer marketing questions strictly from the perspective of marketing, and I understand why discussions like this tend to go in this direction, because we try to simplify a lot of things into short minutes. I'm going to try to make an effort to synthesize the big picture, and I kind of look at it like this. It's impossible to look at marketing efforts without looking at the product. It's impossible to look at the product without looking at the market. These three things, you have to look at them at the same time, every time. One of the fundamental fallacies that I see in the crypto space is that everyone looks at the market and calls it the crypto market. Yet again, this is the same mistake that I was talking about earlier. It's not the crypto market, it's the healthcare market, it's the sport market, it's the exchange market, it's the whatever it is.
80-20 rule.
Yeah, going further on this logic, if I were to be talking to 100 entrepreneurs and I'd have to answer to this bootstrapping question, I'd tell 90 of them to go home and be much happier like that. The reason why is that if you're competing within a market where there are resource-intensive companies against which you're competing, in a market such as this, in which the speed of new players coming on board, and therefore the speed of the capital that gets deployed onto marketing, and therefore the cost of the marketing, the customer acquisition costs are going to be very, very high. That's a big headache if you're going to take it on board with a bootstrap. The only 10% to which I would advise a bootstrap strategy, and wholeheartedly so, I would be to the romantics. This is something that some of the colleagues on this panel touched upon. If you believe in this romantic journey of having a product that you truly believe in and truly believe it has one particular core advantage as opposed to any other competitors within that market, then you should romantically stay on the streets, speak your message. But you really, for your own sake and for your own time, try to make sure that that USP is valid, it is important, and it's not just something you believe in because we are entrepreneurs that are holding hammers and all that we see are nails. I'm trying to save you guys headaches. That's what I'm trying to do.
Thank you. So we have a few minutes left, so we're going to take some questions from the room, and you're going to be excited. Thank you guys. By the way, let's give a clap for everybody, for all the answers. Thank you. So let's see, for sure you're going to have some questions because we have a lot of business owners here in the room, and be truth with us, you spend a lot of money, sometimes with no return in the back, and for sure sometimes we need to spend the money for the awareness, and even awareness is something and it's very important, but let's really see the questions. So, shake the hand if you have any.
Thank God.
Perfect. Direct from Timișoara.
All right, thank you guys. So, I'm the CEO of Crypto.ro, right? And I heard Alex saying about that guy who did trade his time giving value to the community, right?
Okay.
What are the tips and tricks would you suggest, Alex, to give to the community besides info? Like, how can we go to the next level? How can we bring something new to our community to provide, more value and like exciting things that would, really make the community give back as well?
To be honest with you, for example, with Banksters, we tried a different approach, creating a different type of community, where the community takes over control, not being moderated or into a certain direction, keeping the standards, but having themselves build the community, themselves to have the power, to have admin rights, to make contact with admin rights inside that community. And one more thing, give them money. Just the tokens. Give them real money for their effort, for their time, for them to be ambassadors. Basically, you need to spend money to make money. You cannot raise $100,000 with $1,000. Those ages are out. You need to spend money to grab the community's attention, give them power, give them respect, let them do their own thing, and then your community will grow, and it will grow organically as for them to be like ambassadors. And if they're doing the job right, of course, we bring in contests, real money, real stable tokens, and this brings you more value and more consistency and a lot of volume on that community. This is what we did for Banksters, and it is working. We spent some money, but it's working. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to also take a stab. I'd like to take a stab at answering this question. I think there are two situations in which a community, especially in this space, can be found. It was either started with a paid program to get a couple of people on board at the very beginning. And I think the very beginning of a community is very important, because I think the answer to your question is doubling down on whatever started generating and started building up that community. If those people are there because the community started by a passion for vintage cars and getting access to really unique vintage cars, the solution is to double down on that. If the community started with a financial incentive, double down on that. It will definitely work. The first signs of how it works is really indicative to how it can grow.
I mean, really what I would add, instead of actually trading your personal time, you can set up a really great ambassador program with representatives around the world who's going to push your brand all around the world in all languages for some incentivization, of course. Time is more valuable than money.
So, with different city hubs.
So I want to answer to you too. So in my opinion, it's so hard to us in our business sometimes to be really true with us if we really go with enough value on the marketplace. So you are creating content, right guys? So just imagine, if you talk just with your colleagues, you will not get the real feedback. So you probably need to ask me in private what you can improve and look at your content. And ask others that they don't know you and they don't have a skin in the game talking with you to take a real feedback from the market. And second thing is to really struggle yourself to come with amazing value, not good value, but amazing value. And you probably know that you probably give just 30-40% because this is us. If we ask ourselves, how was the workout yesterday on the gym, we probably give 40% of all our power, right? It's the same in the business, same when we create value, same when we create content. So even to reply to answer to my question, my last question, 3 things if we wanted to do it for free. So number 1, create video content like crazy. Guys, it's the time in the industry that video content really grow organic. But you need to do it every single day. So consistency make a big difference. If you post twice a week, it's nothing. The algorithm will not help you at all. If you go twice a day and real good content, everything will go viral. So you need to build your brand. So even for me, before starting Sense for Fit, for a lot of years, I built my brand in the fitness industry and in the business fitness industry. So when I started, everybody was believing me more. Why? Because I was a brand in the industry. I was not the richest guy in the space, but I know what I was talking, and people believe in me. So I think that can be a huge impact. Let's take the final.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
So video marketing, it's great, obviously, but I would say everyone is doing video marketing now. So let's think a little bit out of the box and try new strategies that anyone is doing. So that's my...
But in my opinion, not everybody doing correct video marketing. So you still have a chance, guys. We can take one more question. Yeah.
You can even try to
The last
force
one.
Hello everyone, great speech from all of you. I really appreciate it. I resonate with what you said on going to the street and going cheap. I believe that we have learned from Crypto.com, all due respect, and our exchanges, that yeah, we can be ambitious and go to a Super Bowl, but this has shown us that going that ambitious sometimes is not the best way, because then you got layoffs, unfortunately, while other exchanges, I will not say names, but especially Binance, they spend their time doing meetups, uniting the people and the community, which is the purpose, and they don't do layoffs. They spend money hiring people and doing other things. So in conclusion, do you think there is an ultimate strategy and an ultimate way of doing things without spending that much? And do you think that artificial intelligence can help us to create more value and more ways of doing guerrilla marketing, as the lady here said? And I will not extend myself anymore, so thank you.
Thanks so much. I'm not quite sure whether that was a speech or a question or a speech, but let's hear the answer.
So, in my opinion, no AI will replace human being. So, I think the most important thing, what we need to, and you also say that about, Binance, they are close to people. So, if an AI was close to you, you didn't care. But because you are close with human being and we create emotion together, this is what you buy. So people buy emotions. By the way, when we catch the emotion of people or mass of people will hit you with how much money you want. That's the reality. So I think really build communities but give them back. Give them trust, give them back. Because sometimes in crypto, they believe in us, but not everybody delivery. Not everybody come with a real roadmap with real deliveries, right? So gain the community, create the emotion, but really give back for your people. And everything in this life happened like this, right? The religions, everything that is big happened with communities and human beings. Good, thank you guys. Let's give a clap. So I think it was the end and the best panel.
You just said what? This is the best panel of the day. So you just said, okay. Okay, that's fine. If you like to exit that way.